hello. Oh.
He's fucked up already.
Some minor complications with the button.
Is your camera like up? Because all I see is Game Master and then us. Isn't there usually like a camera thing?
No, I use my little skeleton now. It was just like Streamlabs was just loading forever, but it seems fine.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to D&D 5th edition. We are playing...
Yes,
we are playing the A House Divided module. Sorry, I had to go look for the name. I didn't remember. We are doing D&D in a somewhat more modern setting, like modern day, but currently you all have been transported to a not so modern setting, so it's pretty much back to standard D&D for a little bit. I am the Game Master, MisterGriss. I am joined by my players, as always. We are joined today by Destructore playing Des.
Hello.
Excluded playing Cecil.
Hello.
Mckadow playing as Jackie.
Hello there.
And I see that Aidan has joined us, playing as AJ.
Hello.
Hey. So we skipped a week because my internet was pretty much down for like half a week, which was really annoying, but it's good now, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So I need a bit of a refresher of what we did last time. The last thing I remember you guys doing is destroying a bunch of instruments in a dance hall and talking to the son of the lady of the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then after that you all regrouped back with Vivesna, the lady of the house, in the lodge area, since that is where you all are on the map, together with the servant Usk. You also discovered a way of traveling to another realm with the help of the gardener in the hedge mage. You now know how to use a portal kind of thing in there.
You go to the Fey realm, yeah.
Which I guess Cecil knows that. Does everybody else know that, or do the rest just think that it is a portal?
I'm not sure if he gave us the details.
Where we are right now?
No, where you know how like the gardener gave us a way to summon a portal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Portal to the Fey. I think I did tell the others.
Yeah, you told us. You told us, but then I was like, "What about the people here?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Are we just going to abandon them? Let's go explore and see if we can't get loot and help these people.
Loot and help
Focusing
people.
on the loot part. Focusing on the loot part.
Priorities.
I'm not a good person in this one. All right. I am very neutral. I do what I want.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
I think we were asking the lady, like, anything else we can investigate that might lead us to a way of getting out of the shadow realm.
What the hell am I concentrating?
Yeah, so
there was the whole quest thing, right?
Yeah. Out of roleplay, all these NPCs have like they have this quest attached to him, and some have more than one.
Yeah, I forgot we can press straight to view the quests.
Yeah, the ones that I've added, they're not all in there. Lady of the House, Vivesna, has the quest Lady of the House. She asks you to help with a few things. The things she needed help with is deal with any unruling shades infesting the house and causing problems, and deal with the seemingly unkillable dancers infesting the dance hall in the dance hall. Which you guys did last time, and you've also defeated some shades in the guest rooms upstairs. You are aware that there are still some shades and shadow servants conspiring together in the what's it called? The glass-like plant house outside.
House.
The greenhouse, yes. So you know that there's still some unruly shades there that Lady Vivesna would like for you to deal with, but you've already helped her with her other request for dealing with the dancers, so she is already very grateful to your group of adventurers, but you could help her out more, or you could not and do something else. That is up to you.
Explore the second floor? Because the whole shadow things, I mean, her brother can just control them.
What part of Rogue don't you understand?
Yeah, but he can still control them.
Her brother has control over the shadow servants, but not so much the shades that you've been seeing, the ones with the like whirling energy around them.
Well, he dispersed one of them with a wave when Jackie tried to chase it down.
I think I rolled for that. I don't quite remember. He can't just like automatically do it, but he has power over the house, so to speak. I think I did a little secret roll for that.
And what do the others think?
What exactly is the question?
Do you want to deal with the ghosts at the greenhouse, or just explore around the mansion even more? Like, we're at the second floor, right?
We know about the ghost of the greenhouse, but she specifically asked us to like deal with them.
She said to deal with them, yeah.
In exchange for...
With any unruling shades infesting the house and causing problems.
And what is our... Let me actually do this in character. Sorry, Aidan. And what was our reward?
That's true. Are we getting paid in dollars or gold?
I do not believe they know what dollary dues are.
$900 dues.
I can of course offer some gold as a reward, but if you are willing to deal with the remaining shades in the greenhouse, I can offer this as a thanks. And she shows you like a little bag. It kind of looks like very dark blue marbles at first glance, but she'll like show them to you and she'll say, "This is a bag of abyssal bullets."
Bullets, you say?
Abyssal?
Used in flintlock devices and the like.
We just did the anime thing. I just realized by accident. He just went, "These are abyssal bullets." And I went, "Bullets?" And you went, "Abyssal?" All we just needed someone to go, "Abyssal bullets?" Sorry. Yes. So yeah, as you said, what the fuck are they?
So yeah, as he shows them to you, you see that they are jet black orbs. They seem to absorb the light around them.
Wait a minute. They were blue a second ago.
They're like dark blue, almost black-ish, like in color. Yeah, and they seem to be vibrating very slightly.
Don't do it, Jackie.
Look.
These are bullets imbued with the power of the abyss. Long explanation short, when you shoot when you shoot these at something and you hit that something with these bullets, any inanimate object, a surface, or a creature, when you hit it with these bullets, the bullet will explode in a small blast of a natural black smoke, which will seek out and extinguish all non-magical light within 15 feet of the impact point.
Well, that just makes it sound harder to shoot the person next for the next round.
Shoot someone and the light goes out.
I'm sure they'd be worth quite a bit in our world, so it's a fine reward. Can I have that statue in the corner?
You want the statue?
Yes, I would like to make a new gizmo.
What's all
A
the
statue
old
in the corner. Oh, I see this.
Yeah, I was thinking of reshaping it, but I don't want to risk breaking Gizmo. I've had Gizmo quite a while.
You want one of the suits of armor?
Yeah. See, I have this ability to make inanimate objects animate.
I see.
Fortunately, I do not have my current companion, so...
They are more for decoration. I won't recommend them as actual armor, but I suppose for dealing with the shades and dealing with the dancing bodies in the dance hall that kept breaking all our stuff. Suppose you can have one of these suits of armor. What are you planning to do with them, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm not sure if you have something like it in your world. It's very uncommon in mine, but I can make them come alive.
Magically?
What would you guys say? What magic?
Magic,
Is that what
yeah.
is that what you would call our powers? Yeah, magic.
Seems
Our
like
world
it.
doesn't typically have magic. It's only been the last 25 to 30 years.
Oh, interesting. Does that
Something
mean that
seems to
there
be
are not?
leaking
Does that mean that there are very few magic users within your world?
No one's actually really sure. There hasn't been any sort of registry.
We don't keep count.
Yeah.
Magic can
don't
be
think
very
things
powerful and
are-
dangerous, but it takes a few years for one to master the arts of the arcane. Your tinkering has born you a companion, a steel defender. Yeah, you can turn one of these statues into your steel defender. How long do you think this will take you?
One space.
It has to be at the end of a long
I have
rest.
to do it at the end of a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to be tinkering on this, and then, we'll just leave the token there.
Okay. Are you staying here for a long rest, or are you coming
Oh,
back
I'm
every now and then?
Yeah, I'm just going to, tinker it, and we'll just say, I'm putting on plates and shit and melting the armor together and letting it cool, coming back and that sort of thing.
Well, if you're doing that for a while, then
No, I'll not be doing it for a while. Just while you guys are having a conversation, then we can go and deal with the shades.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go deal with the shades and long rest.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Chris, to the greenhouse.
To the greenhouse.
To the
Are you
greenhouse.
going, AJ?
He's muted.
He's
There he
dead.
Yeah, I'm going.
He's
Okay.
digit.
Let's see if this works. Oh, did I get
When I'm
all four
laying
of
on
you?
my balcony, staring out of my garden, you know what I need? A cup of tea and my bow. There's just a big bow here. Maybe it's supposed to be some sort of fancy neckerchief or something. Oh no, wait, is that a gravy boat? Oh, I guess it's like a pitcher. Excluded knows where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a wee
Still at
boat in
the
here.
first floor map.
Oh,
I haven't been pulled over with Chet.
okay. Why did it not pull you over? Grounds. Activate. Okay, cool. Is everybody here on this map?
Yeah.
So you find yourself in front of the grand greenhouse.
So grand.
you've seen through the glass last time you were here that there were some shades and specters in there. How are you gonna approach this?
Guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing.
We do need magical weapons. You got magical weapon, right, Jackie?
Yes, my bullets are magical in nature.
AJ? Any magic weapons you have? Or are
only
your
these
fists
guns.
magical?
Yeah, I'll put my fists out, yeah.
This? Your weapon's magical, right?
Only against plants, I think.
As long as it has any magic in it, it should, deal a hefty blow to these guys. If not, then they'd barely feel it.
Does the key make your fists count as being able to punch ghosts and stuff?
No fucking clue.
I think that's a feature you get from leveling up.
Yeah, your fists become magical in nature or something.
Yeah, I vaguely remember something along those lines.
So you want me to just go in guns blazing?
So, are these creatures of darkness then, I assume? Like, they're actual, like, shades?
Yes, shadows, shades, specters.
Jackie puts on the helmet.
Yeah.
And they cast daylight.
Oh my god. What does daylight do?
Creates a 60-foot sphere of daylight. Like, just overlaps with any darkness created by a spell, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that shit. Gets rid of it. I don't know if they kind of spills, but at the very least, they're made of darkness.
Yeah, it's a level 6 monk that your fists become magical.
Okay, cool. So you should definitely have that then, AJ. Yeah, we are 6 now.
Yeah, but he's 1 level in Cleric.
Oh, right. So he doesn't have
Finally.
it. He's 1 monk level short, I see. Oh yeah, like last time something went wrong with your spells right when you leveled up. Do you still need some new spells and stuff? Cecil?
The only wrong thing was the range.
Okay.
We had them like summon meters, summon feet.
28.
A 60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose within range. So you pretty much point inside of the greenhouse.
The center. Yeah.
It suddenly like lights up with this like brilliant daylight. The sphere is bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet. If you choose a point on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the light shines from the object and moves with it. Yada yada yada. If any of this spell overlaps with an area of darkness created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell that created the darkness is dispelled. Okay, interesting.
Oh, we're surrounded by darkness.
You are surrounded by
Not anymore.
darkness.
Because there's a big ball of light.
Yeah, does this light stay or is it just like a flash?
1 hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be the start of initiative. As long as you're within the sphere of light, they have weakness against daylight. They'll get disadvantage and you will get advantage as long as you are in the light.
Yeah,
Jackie did good. Go, boys! Kick the door in.
Roll
Okay.
NPCs.
What's that? No, it's our HP. So then what's the number beside our initiative?
No, you ran in there, boy. You're too late. But you can't stand there. You're literally, your face would be in the ball of light, getting blinded by the power of the sun. Like,
Okay, roll your initiative before you run in there.
I mean, you can if you want, but I'm pretty sure that would get rid of your advantage.
It's like sneaking in like the middle of the brightest area. Well, I guess they would be blinded.
Yeah, but I mean, he went and stood in the spot where the ball was, I was saying. So he was literally like putting his face into like the power of the sun.
With the power of the sun.
The power of the sun in my
power
hand.
of the sun.
Sorry.
What's it from?
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yes.
The power
Okay.
of the sun in the palm of my hand.
It is the shadow's turn. Weakened by the sunlight, he will approach the closest one, which is this. Red is Mckadow, is Jackie. You still got like everybody targeted in this circle. I guess that's part of the circle. Just
Yeah, let me if I hit escape.
I think you're gonna
No.
have to like click on
Get rid of
people
the
and press
template.
T to like untarget them.
There you go.
Yeah. Perfect. Just for later, because that was gonna be like, you're attacking everyone.
With my aura, Chris.
With a weapon made of pure darkness that is weaker in the brilliant light of the spell now, he'll attack you at disadvantage, so I have to roll that again. But I think he is gonna miss anyway.
Yeah, because that one doesn't hit, so even if he rolls higher, he takes the lower estimate, so he still misses.
Yeah. An 11 misses. That's all he can do. It is the next shadowy creature who will try to take a swing at you as well, with disadvantage. He had a crit on one of the rolls, but disadvantage, so he fails. With that, it is your turn, AJ.
Does he know he's muted?
I did
No, he
not
did
know I'm
not.
muted. I thought I unmuted. I must have done the opposite. Alright. I'm gonna 1v1 this fucking boy.
Boy.
I
Use
don't
your
know what
hand
this thing I've got on there.
Indicates your turn.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking about the concentration?
Green thing?
No, the circle thing. But
Yeah, it's your turn, yeah.
The green circle is
Oh.
your turn around your token. The little symbol on your token is that you're
Concentration.
concentrating on something. On guidance, apparently. I guess that is no longer the case.
yeah, no longer the case.
Okay, I'll break that concentration.
Okay. Who do I? Okay, fuck it. I'm going after this guy. Oh. I'm gonna kick this off of Kiev. Fury blows.
Ooh, okay.
So first I do a normal attack.
With advantage because of the light.
Okay, I just need to remember where the fucking fists are. Okay.
Where's my fist?
An 18.
18. That hits.
Okay. 12 damage and
12 damage.
with-
That annihilates the shadow. You like punch hole into it as the light pierces through it, making like sunbeams go like through the shadow as it just dissipates around your fists.
Okay. 30. I could do that, or can I go over here?
You wanna hop over the flower thingies?
Yeah.
They are not.
Don't do it. He said that weirdly. Don't do it.
They are not that high. You can definitely walk over and through the plants, but remember the plants did look alien to you, so you're not sure what kind of plants are in there, but
Okay.
you can do it.
I am gonna go up to it and fight this one. Since...
Okay.
Griss
now,
waiting to spring the Venus dick trap on us.
now I will finish with the Fury of Blows.
Okay.
I have to actually spend that. So 2 more melee attacks.
Ooh. Still with advantage.
Ah.
You hit
Uh.
with that one.
Ah.
You hit even more.
So 17 damage. Not 17 damage. 8 damage.
8 damage. It still lives.
Okay, good.
Good.
One more attack.
No, Aidan, that's not good.
Critical.
And that's 20.
Not 20. Let's go.
That's
Critical
already a 1
hit.
HP enemy.
13 damage. Enough to kill him again.
Wait, he wasn't dead? Wait, he was dead?
Well, no, he was on like a few HP, but 13 is more than their total health.
Wait, how much is my movement?
You moved like 30 feet. No.
Yeah.
Again,
I've
as you
only got
just
4
it
there.
it feels like you're just punching air. It's a bit thicker, heavier. You definitely feel like you're making contact with something, but your pure speed of your flurry of blows seems to dissipate the shadowy, wispy smokes around you, and the shadowy form disappears.
Okay, I'm gonna go here with my extra attack. I am going to use my key point. Wait. Yeah, use my key points. I think I can do this. And use the elemental thing. Where I do Fist of Thunders.
I think you can do this. I think you are free to spend your key as much as you want. You just have like a limited pool of it. It might be 1 key per turn, but I'm not too sure. I think you can do it.
Okay. I don't know.
As long as you still have like actions and stuff available. Does this say if it's like an action or anything? Fist of Thunder. You can spend 2 key points to cast Thunder Wave.
The thing above it is the actual thing is it's an action.
Oh, it's part
This
of the discipline. I see. And spending your key points is a bonus action for you, right?
For Monk, just spending key points is just that. They can do however much they want without any penalty.
Yeah. It's special.
Okay, yeah. Then I think it's fine. You can activate Thunder Wave.
Okay. Cast.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 50-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
This cast thing is not correct for me.
Is it not a 15-foot circle?
It's that big.
Oh, okay.
It might be still centimeters.
Yeah.
I couldn't set it any higher as well.
That means this has to make it 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Update.
shit.
There we go. That is a 15-foot circle.
Shit.
Why you always gotta be destroying things?
Each creature. Okay, so Des and the Shadow must make a Constitution saving throw. A 9 and a 4 for the Shadow. What are they saving against? 14?
14.
Yeah. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. In addition, unsecured objects that are completed within the area can also get pushed. So roll that damage. Roll it twice, I guess. Once for the Shadow and once for Des. Or do you just want to do one for both?
I'll do 2.
Okay, but which one goes to which?
The last one goes to Des.
Sure, I don't think you should be allowed to choose, but I'll allow it for now. 10 to Des and 14 to the Shadow. And you get pushed
in the plants.
10 feet away from you.
So it'd be where this
So like
zombie is.
here. 10 feet, so right here.
Yeah, but won't he get stopped because there's something in his way?
Mm,
Then I guess...
technically,
I
yeah,
don't
but
know,
they are shadows.
Yeah, he's just gonna face through them.
I will apply the damage first. There we go. You take 10 damage. The Shadow takes 14. The shadow gets pushed 10 feet as well, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 10. That goes 10 feet, yeah. It makes the square count as double because the enemy is on there. So you can share the square with the enemy for now, but neither you or the enemy can like end their turn while you're on the same square. You have to be separate. This thunderous force just comes from AJ himself as this bang just echoes out around them. The glass of the greenhouse shatters, the roof like collapses, the side bits of the glass just shoot out like a hail of glass that goes flying everywhere, as it also sends Des and the shadow flying in opposite directions. Is that your turn?
Yep. Yeah, that's my turn. I don't think I can do anything else.
With that, Cecil, it is your turn. You've just seen like half of this greenhouse explode pretty much from the inside out.
I've seen AJ flying Des. I'll use my bonus action to activate Blade Song.
Okay. An elven magic.
And my action to cast haste on myself.
Ooh. I'll apply the haste on you. Whoop. There we go.
You. Then, actually, he did push this out. Thanks, man. Thanks, AJ. Push this out of the way. I'll go for this guy. Go for the big fish.
The big fish.
I still have my second action from haste.
Okay. Straight in the blinding orb.
Do I get advantage on this guy, or is he different from the others that the light does not affect him?
You have advantage. They are all affected by the light.
$25.
$25 definitely hits. 9 damage on the unknown creature.
Yeah.
You still standing.
All my actions and my bonus actions, I'll end my turn.
Okay, cool. It is this ghostly guy who will float gently over the flowers towards Cecil.
Oh, hi. You look like the one Jackie just teleported to another dimension.
What do you mean, teleported?
Oh, life drain. Does that hit?
A 17, does that hit?
No.
Okay. It reaches these see-through purple spectral hands reach towards you. They seem to be grasping at your very essence, at your spirit, trying to drain it from you, but it is not successful. That is its turn. Jackie. The greenhouse is very much a smashed greenhouse now, as this thunderous bang came from the inside. What is Jackie doing?
I'll take advantage of the smashed glass, move position, target this one. Start shooting like crazy. Pew pew!
Okay, cool. Also with advantage, because the specter is in the light.
Okay.
19 hits. You might get a crit. Oh, not quite, but close. But you definitely hit. Dealing 12 piercing? Yeah, piercing damage.
Yeah. Now attack again with extra attack. Didn't do it again. Fuck's sake.
Shots fired, shots fired.
21.
21 hits. Dealing 10 damage. Good damage.
Damage. Basic actions. Let me see. I don't think I really have anything I want to do with basic actions. Or bonus actions, I should say.
Yeah, this is your, like, what's it called? Infused weapon?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
magic. It's got magic on it and repeating shot.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you can definitely tell that normal shots would just go through this entity, but your bullets are definitely hitting their mark, leaving like gaping holes in like where the shadow used to be.
Good. Magic Boy was right. My gun does affect them. I'll just end my turn there then.
Okay. It is the Wraith's turn, who will face Cecil. Okay. I thought I could do something cool, but you have to be dead for that, so I can't do it yet.
I'm not Ronan. You can't do that on me.
Okay. It will also attempt a life drain on you, Cecil. A 19
Does not hit.
does not hit. Okay.
I'll tell them, you're trying to dull my spark, but it won't work. I shine brighter.
It'll
That was really gay.
shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Almost as if the orb of light right behind you, Cecil, is making this creature very uncomfortable. It is like raising its arms up to like block the light from its view, but since it's a spirit, it doesn't really do anything, and it is instinctively going to like back up and try to get away from the light, which means you get a hit of an attack of opportunity.
Oh boy. 3 hits.
23, that definitely hits.
11.
11 damage. You cut through. Bits of the spirit are definitely like leaving this entity. It is not as tethered together anymore as it was in D&D terms. It is looking bloodied. And that is its turn. Next up is the shadow that got pushed away. He will... How much movement does he have? Okay, enough. He will make his way towards the origin of the pushing, towards AJ. Will try... to do a draining a swipe.
Fucking try.
A 20.
It's with the disadvantage.
It is with disadvantage, right? I need to roll again.
I am
14.
lucky you got a disadvantage because it was dead on.
Oh. 14 misses as these like shadow hands like stretch out, seemingly just originating out of darkness towards you. You back away instinctively and they don't quite reach you. As that is happening, Des, it is your turn. You are standing right on top of one of the shadowy creature. You got pushed into it and you've got another one in the plants next to you.
I'll slash at the more important looking character first.
I see, so I put characters down with different tokens and the others, they get focused.
Yep.
23, that definitely hits. The Keeper's Crescent. Dealing 11 damage. Did your the sight that you got from the gardener as a reward, did it have any special attributes or anything?
I mean, you said it was just like stronger against plants. I think it was magical.
It does have a special effect that is good against living targets, but not against these shadows, sadly. Okay. So that does not come into play, but you cut away into this creature. You deal a substantial amount of damage as it turns around to face you.
Is it still alive?
You
It is
deal
still
necrotic
alive.
with them. I'm not sure if that's going to affect them.
They are. It did indeed seem like the attack was not as effective as it could be.
All right. Does a 17 hit?
Oh, okay. It does hit. So you get an extra d6 necrotic damage with this sight, which I thought was only for living, living creatures, but it's on anything. But living targets struck by the weapon must make a saving throw.
Oh yeah, that's what the extra d6 is for. It's in the roll formula naturally.
I was like, why is your sight doing necrotic? But that is why. Bang! With your second hit, you cleave through, leaving the ghostly form also less tethered to itself, like it is like floating apart slightly. You can see that you are breaking through this spectral entity. It is looking bloodied.
That will be my turn then.
Okay, cool. This is the Shadow Servant that was on the same square as you, his turn. He'll turn around and face towards this, and I will try another cheeky little shadow strike.
Disadvantage, remember, Chris. That does hit. I think.
So in so many 20s there.
Yeah, that does hit.
Normal damage, it was not a critical. He hits you with his shadowy hands, just almost like a whip, it like smacks into you, dealing 4 damage. I will apply that to you. Well. Yeah, that's his turn. You have limited the amount of stuff they can do by making it bright in here.
I mean, I used light on them before and it worked, so...
Yeah. AJ, it is your turn. You have a shadow in front of you. There are still some specters near Cecil and Des, and the big one is seemingly running away from the light. What do you do?
I will pop up my city again because it's glitched out. I might do a spell.
Ooh. Cleric stuff?
Oh my god.
Cleric stuff. I'm close enough to it, yeah? I'm basically on top of it.
To who?
You're like facing
There is
each
one
other.
right next to you.
Yeah, the one right next to me.
Yeah. He's 5 feet
Can I
away.
touch this?
Yeah. Touch is anyone that's next to you.
I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh.
And it gets advantage, don't it?
It
I don't
does.
know that
But
second ooh.
It does, but these are specters, ghostly entities. You know, being a cleric, knowing what these abilities do, that necrotic damage is less effective on ghost specters and the undead.
Necrotic damage.
It'll do stuff, but it'll be halved, whatever it does.
Do you know? Still YOLO.
Okay. Roll an attack with advantage.
Oh, you're taking the piss.
Ooh, a 10 with
I've got
advantage
it.
is not a hit.
I've got to have
Yeah,
something to
okay.
reroll, that's it.
Did you have? I think you all took lucky, right? Or most of you did.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
do.
an AJ.
I advised him. I didn't actually take it myself.
Yeah.
Can I use a lucky to reroll that?
Yeah, if you still have luck, because I don't think you rested since last time.
We did. Well, I had
That's his
everything
last time.
refreshed.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think you rested
don't
before the ballroom.
Yeah.
We did.
I didn't use anything since
Yeah.
then. Before then, after getting out of the house, I haven't used any points.
Yeah. You can spend a lucky to... I think you pick a die and re-roll it, so you don't get your advantage again. You just pick one of the 2 dice, pretty much. 7, still not enough.
13.
Yeah.
Because he has a +6 from his... Should have +6 with his
13?
roll.
13 that hits?
Yay.
Yippee!
Damage. Normal. 20.
20
So
damage. Yeah. You see that it... you place your hand onto the creature, you use your inflict wounds ability, this necrotic energy seeps out of you into this creature that seems to be made of necrotic energy. It is absorbing it at first, but the amount of energy that you're outputting is more than it can handle, and it just completely spreads through it, ripping it apart from the inside, and it dies on the spot. But you can tell that it wasn't very effective, it was barely enough.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move there.
Right in the orb of light, yeah? There is
Right,
no
that's
rules
normal-
against being in the orb, so you can go there.
I can't actually get my guy to move, but he's going there. I have extra attack. Can I even do that since I've done a spell, or is
You
that
need to take the attack action.
Yeah. Extra
Oh,
attack is
for
only
spells.
if you do an attack.
Ranged, yeah. Or melee.
Yeah, well, I end my turn. Oh. Nah, I was gonna say I end my turn in defense stance, but
Yeah.
nah.
Spells don't get extra attack. In most
No.
cases, there are some features and stuff for certain spells that you can cast more than once, but in general, spells do not get a second hit, because that would be overpowered with spells like Magic Missile and stuff like that. You could pretty much annihilate somebody with 2 blasts of Magic Missile.
Damn, okay. Wait, I think I've actually got Magic Missile. I should have really used that.
What decides how many missiles in Magic
Guiding
Missile you
bolts.
get again? I forget. It's
Spell level.
Spell
Yeah.
level? Okay.
It's 3 by default, and then each level adds another dark.
Yeah, you
or
can
missile.
upcast it.
Yeah.
Okay, I am my
Okay,
turn.
okay, Cecil, it is your turn. There are 3 spirits left, a shadowy servant, a spectre, and the vortex one that ran away from you.
Gonna chase the one that ran away, which is gonna give this guy an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it will.
But it's still with disadvantage.
Yeah, the orb lasts for an hour, so it'll be here for all of combat, pretty much. 4 misses. He takes a swipe at you as you walk away.
And just attack this guy.
It's floating away from you, leave me alone, as you're chasing it down, no! 13 hits.
Ten
Healing.
person. Oh, is this slashing with rapier? Slashing with
10
rapier?
damage. It is still alive.
Then I think I have extra attack. Yep. So I'll get attacked again.
17, that hits.
9 damage.
It is still alive.
I still got one extraction from haste.
Oh my god. I survived. Oh no. He's hitting me again.
Fuck.
Miss.
Lucky. Oh wait, no, it's supposed to end there. Forget about that. Ignore that.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, nat 20. How do I delete it? There we go.
What a
Should just
waste
roll
for
it.
a nat 20.
Yeah, what a waste. 21.
Hits.
Is it dead now?
8 damage. It is dead now.
Lucky's back to 2.
Poke through it. Fades away. This one like twirls into a vortex into the ground. Like it gets like sucked down.
I don't think I have anything with bonus action in my spells. Yeah, that would just be my turn.
Okay. With the big one being defeated, it seems like the Spectre had some sort of magical connection tethered to these other shadowy creatures. The remaining shadowy servant, like the ones that you've seen in the house, immediately stops being hostile and returns back to its like servant routine, I suppose. Like looks at you, AJ. Oh, does the master want anything to drink or eat? How can this servant be of service?
Yes.
Got a swine.
And as he's talking to you, the remaining specter, the purple-looking one, he is still aggressive. He does not seem to fall under the same category as this shadowy servant. He will attempt to drain the life out of Des again. Yeah. May I be of assistance? As this guy like grabs this, 19 hits. Don't know if you have any uncanny dodge or anything like that to avoid the hit.
He's muted.
Ah, well, then he takes the damage. A whopping 8 damage on this. That is the only thing it can do. Jackie, it is your turn. You see that the shadowy servant figure has suddenly become like more timid. It has completely like dropped its like attack stance and is standing more like a butler now. I don't know if you would immediately like cue on to it's no longer a combatant, or if you still see it as an enemy. That is completely up to you. But the more purple-looking specter in the plants is currently like grabbing Des, and you see that it's like sapping energy out of Des.
Could just shoot it, but that could be a bit risky. There's nothing here in Branding Smite that says that this has to be melee. Okay. Let's cast this, Grizz.
The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with an astral radiance as you strike. The attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target, which becomes visible if it's invisible. I think I looked into this, and a weapon attack pretty much means only melee weapons, but I'll allow it for the guns, since we're using guns more than normal.
See.
Yeah, it's weird. I've like looked into it in the past, and a lot of stuff say like weapon attack and never like specify more in detail.
According to the AI overview, so take it with a pinch of salt, in D&D 5e, weapon attacks are categorized as either melee or within 5 feet or ranged if they're at a distance, but not at close range.
Okay. Yeah. Then
I guess I
think
can't
it's fine.
branding smited if they're right in my face. I guess it's just like a big explosion right in my face. Okay, that makes sense. Okie dokie, Smokey. So that plus the gun. Gun. I cast gun. Oh, with advantage again. I keep forgetting. Two.
Okay. So the default smite that mainly paladins get, divine smite, is only melee weapons, but specific smites like branding, banishing, and thunderous can be used on ranged.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I knew that one was melee only.
Yeah.
Because it's in Baldur's Gate, like that.
Okay. So you roll twice. Is that 2 shots?
No, I just did advantage.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit.
13. Okay. So I roll that with the branding smite 2d6 situational plus damage of the gun.
Okay. So 8 plus your normal damage.
15.
15.
Spicy.
It was already bloody, so together with the radiant, I guess your bullets are like glowing in a bright radiance as they ignite into the spectre. With the extra damage, it is more than enough to annihilate this ghostly form, and it fades away after being hit by your bullets.
Excellent. Extra attack, shoot the other one.
Bang.
God damn, I did it again. Such a fucking asshole.
12 hits, but you could hit better.
I hit better.
Okay. Dealing 17 damage. 17 piercing. The servant was no longer a combatant, but that is enough to take it out. And that is all the creatures, thus ghostly, shadowy forms in the greenhouse dealt with. That is the end of the encounter.
I'm going to spin my gun coolly and put it in the holster, but I miss the holster and drop it, and then I just pick it up. Hopefully no one saw that.
And your light is still here, but I'm gonna remove the effect.
Yeah. We can still see chat. I believe that was the last of them.
They didn't have to kill that last one, man.
What do you mean? They were attacking you. You were surrounded.
They were being controlled by the big one. When I killed, they went back to normal.
How do you know?
Because I started asking AJ if he wanted food or drink instead of fighting.
That's what I would do right before I was about to stab you. Probably a trick. Have you never seen that episode of Doctor Who with the Ood?
Okay, you were
Wait,
muted, so I don't know if you were aware, but you got hit.
Yes, I was away.
Okay.
Thanks for telling us you were leaving, asshole.
Okay, just don't go up because you'll get like teleported. Is everybody here? Ah, yes. You make your way back to the lounge in the estate to where Lady Vivesna is. Ah, welcome back, adventurers. I heard a thunderous noise coming from outside in the garden. Was that your handiwork?
Greenhouse is destroyed, but the spirits are gone.
Well, it's not destroyed, but yes, I'm afraid that one of our friends did destroy the glass.
Ah, well, we'll have some of the servants look at it. What exactly was happening in the greenhouse? How many spirits did you deal with?
4 shadows, 2 shades.
Hmm.
Race.
Well, hopefully that is all of the raids that are trying to take control of the shadowy servants. If with all of them dealt with, they should be back under Lord Crin's control.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you have earned your reward. I did promise you these lovely bullets.
Yoink. I just reach over the couch and just go, thank you.
Yes, she does not try to stop you or anything. You just grab them.
Interesting.
I will put them on your sheet in a second.
Yeah, I threw them on the floor, whatever you want to do.
Abyssal bullets.
You just sell them or study
these
them
are
or
gonna
something.
go on your sheet. Here we go. You have one at the moment. You get a bag of 3 of them.
Wonderful.
Three
went-
bullets.
Three bullets. 3 abyssal bullets. They went under your consumables.
Okay. Well, I'm probably just going to sell them to be mass produced or something and ruin our world.
Yeah, I guess it does say any source of light. I was like, would it work with modern lights? But I guess that's still just a source of light. Doesn't matter if it's fire or electricity.
Mm-hmm.
All non-magical light. Yeah. So this
Well,
would
what
make
does it
for
look
good.
like,
It stubbed out the twinkle in my eyes.
This would make for good. Like Splinter Cell. He could use these. Like just shoot it in a room, get rid of all the lights.
Harry Potter Illuminator.
Well, it says it snuffs out. Does that mean like it stops the electricity for a second, or?
Snuffs it out means like stop it. Like it gets stuffed out, it means to get killed.
Yeah, the darkness like absorbs the light, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess with modern lights would just break the lamp. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Or like when a ghost enters a room, it flickers it out.
Okay, well, that is all of the tasks that I needed immediate help with from some capable adventurers. I don't quite have anything else for you left to do other than if you would like to spend some time with my son, just to keep him occupied.
I'm not into that sort of thing, madam. But thank you very much. I think I'll continue to work on this.
Start tinkering at the armor.
Ting 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 ting. Did she just offer her child for sexual pleasure?
I think I shall have another look around the manor.
Sure, just wander around someone's home without permission. Sure.
Yes. Ask, do you want to escort him? Yes, ma'am. I shall lead you through the manor, sir. Where would you like to go? Do you have anywhere in mind?
The library.
The library? Very well. I will drag you over there. Is anybody going with Des and Usk to the library?
I'd like to explore them, but I don't want to go with them.
Okay. Des, you have not been in the library in this instance, right?
No.
Okay, so yeah, same as when I believe Cecil was here last time. You see this grand library, books everywhere, and these little like impish demons moving back and forth between all the bookshelves, like moving books, putting them back into place. It all seems a bit of a mess.
Incredible mess. I'll have a look around and then see if I can find anything.
Okay. Roll me a d20. An 18. You look around the shelves. they're all a various variety of books. The first book you spot that spots your interest has written on the spine in common, The Legend of the Black Orb.
Have a look at it, I shall.
Okay. You flip through it. It seems to be a transcription of an old folk story, the margins filled with handwritten notes and conspiratorial ramblings. As one of the imps approaching, "You touching the books? Put the book back where you got it, yes?"
Yes.
Good. And it like flutters away and like puts some books on the shelves.
Can I make sense of any of these ramblings? Any bits of lore in between the ramblings?
It just all seems like ramblings to you. You can't really make sense of any of it.
Alright, I'll put it back afterwards.
So
And
Des
check
is
this.
having a nose in the library. Jackie is working on his Steel Defender, on his gizmo. AJ and Cecil, what are the two of you gonna do?
Basically just explore any area we haven't been to in the mansion.
Okay.
If, for example, this area right here.
You wanna head through this door?
Yeah, basically.
The door is locked.
Fuck. What's behind there?
A staircase.
Can I not go in? Why is it locked?
Why would you want to go in there?
Explore the mansion, look for trouble, fix it.
Let me go see where the staircase leads to.
Very suspicious that this staircase is closed for some reason.
It's a spiral staircase that leads from this floor, the ground floor, all the way up to the attic.
Okay, maybe too much far then. I'll try to stick to the same floor.
Yes, it stops just one floor above, between the attic and this floor, right at the Lord's chamber, which is why we tend to keep it locked. We don't want anyone just wandering through the Lord's chamber.
I don't know. I'll go find trouble. I'm not sure if anyone wants to join. But the end of this hallway
as soon
here.
as you leave the room, one of the shadow servants that is just milling about doing its business will kind of like trail you around.
Alright.
Trail behind you. You find your way in a...
That's Medusa.
You find your way into a little workshop area. It comes with music, so let me put this on. Did that do it? Play. There we go. This compact studio is tightly confined chaos bathed in teal and orange. Shelves and racks line the walls, loaded with hammers, chisels, picks, and rasps of all types. Stone and dust litter every surface. The air is thick with unsettled stone that cakes the throat and nostrils with every breath. Against one wall, bathed in pale light from a lantern above, a slender, armored figure is half carved from a block of bone-white marble, appearing to be a beautiful elven warrior. The artistry on display is astounding even for this partially complete piece. In the opposite corner is a hooded figure made of similar stone, the folds of cloth and creases of flesh so intricate as to appear real under the flickering green light cast by the candle globe affixed overhead.
Hi.
And yeah, you see a lady working away, chiseling away at the statues.
Is she paying attention to me, or is she just focusing on her work?
At the moment, she is focusing on her work. She does not seem to have noticed you yet. As you walk in and you say hi, she just keeps chiseling away, like kind of like looks over her shoulder a little bit. She sees you and then looks back at her work, not facing towards you. She says, "Haven't seen you here before."
New around here. Are you the mason of the manor?
You could say that, yes. I craft things out of stone.
And you were originally with the manor, or just appeared here so suddenly?
I have been with the estate for quite some time now.
And where does this door lead to? Oh, I accidentally clicked it before pointing at it.
It leads into the gallery where the masters of the estate like to display their treasures and the like, their artifacts, all kinds of things in there.
Anything you built is in there?
My statues tend to decorate the outside of the estate, near the gardens and the like.
And what are you working on right now?
A commission for the master. He has requested a new statue. You show interest in my work?
It looks interesting.
You are free to just wander the manor?
Well, me and my companions are basically looking for a way to dispel the shadows surrounding the manor, so we're just freely walking around the manor looking for any thing that can help us solve that problem, or helping anyone in trouble in the manor.
I see. She kind of like looks you up and down. Well, my charming boy, you would make for a fine model.
She's hitting on you.
Yay. Thank you very much.
You look like a
Speaking of
good
it-
specimen indeed.
Thank
Would you,
specimen?
Would you pose for me? I simply must capture that jawline.
Sure, I'm uncomfortable with the word specimen here.
Hey, look, worst case, you turn to stone.
Yeah, worst case, and that's a very bad worst case. Really?
Yeah, as she asks you that, she like leans in and she like very like intrusively, like not seemingly not caring about personal space at all. She starts like touching parts of you, like feeling your cheek, your chin, like starts like measuring you. Yes, you are absolutely gorgeous.
It's very invasive, lady.
She's touching my special area.
Can we get a bit of personal space here?
Oh, sorry, I just get excited meeting new people. We don't get many guests since we've been stuck in the shadow place, as you might imagine.
Which is why I'm here to help. Have you seen anything strange lately around the manor? I think maybe
Anything
I can take a look into.
strange?
Shadows acting strange.
Yes, there have been spirits causing trouble for the shadow servants, I've been informed. Dancers in the ballroom that just keep wrecking stuff.
Okay, we already solved both of those.
Oh, very good.
Just wondering if you have anything similar to that, like giant tree with corpses hanging from it. Anything given the same vibe as that?
Not that I can help you with. I am confined to this workshop until I get permission to leave from the masters. I do not know much about what is happening out there.
And when do they give you permission? Yeah, permission.
Mostly for feeding, dinner time, and things like that. They keep me occupied with my work. Have you met Vexillus, the young lord?
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking for something to do, something that will greatly please the masters of the manor, you could help me with tasks I've been given. I have been asked to make a statue of Vexillus. If you would be so kind as to bring him down here.
Sure. Where is he? Or where is it? Oh, actually, I think I know where his room is.
Yes, this is for Lady Vivesna herself. She deserves art that will lift her spirits and bring her joy. None are better figure for this than her son. I have asked many times for Vexillus to be my model, but he always refuses. So if you could convince him, that would help a lot.
Sure. My name is Cecil, by the way. What's yours?
Oh, sorry. How rude of me. I'm not too acquainted with the way how nobles and you human creatures interact with each other. I am Lirent.
Are you Snake Lady?
Snake Lady?
It's a bunch of snakes coming out of your hair. Or are your hair?
Yes. I suppose you could call me a Snake Lady.
Do they bite?
The
Are they
snakes?
poisonous? Yeah.
They are a part of me just as much as your hair or your nails are a part of yourself. They do not bite or pose any threat to you.
Then you control them.
I control them, yes.
Yeah. Is that all you need? Just for me to bring the young lord here?
They can, of course, bite, but only if I want them to.
Good to know.
The young lord, yes, and of course, if you would like to model for a statue as well, that would be much appreciated.
I don't think the lady of the manor, would appreciate that, though. I'm just a stranger, aren't I?
Oh, this will be for my own collection, not for the lady of the manor.
Well, maybe some other time. I'll go see if I can convince the young lord to help you.
Okay, thank you. And she continues back chipping away at the statue that she's working on.
Okay, I guess I'll head to the, it could be in the second floor where we were up there. That's where he said his room was.
Yeah.
Or I could just take the secret room.
And just show up through the secret door. Hello.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go to the secret room.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know where it is. I'll just drag you over there. While Cecil is exploring that, Des is rummaging through the library. Jackie is making a little helper for himself. AJ, what are you doing?
Jackie,
What do you want to do? You are currently
don't
muted.
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Saw you unmute yourself, so I thought you were back, but I wasn't too sure.
I'll just help Jackie do what he does.
Yeah, I went looking for materials, and then I walked into this room and was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, you've wandered into the gallery together with Jackie. Then you've seen the erect version of this gallery. I believe the two of you in the other version of the mansion, but now it is. This room is flooded with an uncharacteristically steady violet light from flickering orbs in the far corners of the room. In this dim light rests a collection of strange items and treasures held in cases of grey wood and leaden glass. Against the southeast wall, a large painting seems to imagine a more autumnal state of this same gallery. Numerous cases fill this space, resting against walls and lining the carpet, each filled with objects of all sorts. Let me stop the stoneworking ambience noise. There we go. So yeah, there's a gallery here, all filled with little treasures, items in the glass cases. There are 4 purple glowing orbs in the corner that you can't quite tell if it's a flame, if it is a electrical light, or if it's straight up just a magical sort of light that seems to be illuminating this faint purple light.
Just examine all the stuff. Look at the sword, look at the wood, look at the goblets, all blah, blah, blah.
Okay. The objects within the cases range from fine jewels and jewelry to odd statues and sculptures made of unknown metals. Even a few strange items of taxidermy can be seen behind the dark leaden glass of the cases. Lady Vivesda will walk up and join you in the room. Ah, I see you have found your way into the gallery. How do you enjoy our collection?
It's a very nice room. I'm not entirely sure what all this stuff is. I mean, I know that's obviously a piece of wood, but why do you have a piece of wood?
This in this case?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is a piece of wood, as you say, but it comes from the giant tree out back that you have dealt with, I believe.
Okay.
We call it a shadow log. It seems to be still emanating shadowy energy, but we're not too sure what use it could have.
You could make it into a baseball bat and hit many home runs for your local baseball team.
Yeah, and as you look into the case, you see a strange petrified section of tree, which seems to be leaking darkness like sap. Looking at it instills you with an uneasy sensation. And the both of you...
Gives me a tingle in my dingle.
AJ and Jackie, if you're looking at all the stuff, the paintings, the cases and stuff like that, just make me a general perception roll when you're looking around to see if you spot anything out of the ordinary.
I think I do.
Same.
A 24 and an 18. The first thing that you see is that immediately catches your eye is a huge painting on the wall. The inside of the huge painting, you see the same room that you are in now is painted onto the painting, but the version of the room in the painting only seems to have a case that has only a single object in the case, a jade elephant.
Oh, like the one behind me?
Yeah, looking at the huge painting on the wall, the case depicted has only a single object, the jade elephant. This is unlike the case before you, which has all of its items in it. So it's like this case, but only with the jade elephant.
The top-down view of it looks like a
Are they...
goblin pig.
I thought it was the elephant straight away. Are these locked?
Yes, the cases are locked.
What's the deal with that painting having just the elephant?
That is quite curious indeed. I have never really noticed that the painting, the image in the painting doesn't seem to be accurate to the to real life, to the version of the room that we are in now. How curious.
Perhaps it's like that classic super expensive game Mario 64. And I go, woohoo, and jump into the painting.
Smack against the painting, you do not jump through it.
I fall to the ground, hit me arse. Ah!
What was that? Is traveling through images like that common in your world?
No, but I've been finding a lot of weird-ass magical shit in my life recently. It wouldn't have surprised me in the slightest. Could you perhaps... stand up. Unlock this case here. Perhaps if we move the elephant, something will happen?
I would love to assist you with that, but I cannot unlock the case. She walks over and points like underneath the wood of the case, like on the underside towards a magical glyph. These glyphs are on all the cases. I do not have the power to unlock them.
Ah, well, I have the ability to bend objects, so I wonder perhaps if I just and I wrap my fist up with my like ascot and just try to punch the glass.
I don't think it is wise to try to break it. What would you want to do with these items? I can always send a servant for the master to see if we can get permission to unlock this case.
Oh,
She does
nothing.
not
I'm just very
actively
curious why
stop
the
you from
elephant is
punching
the
it. She's just like suggesting it.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I just think that perhaps the elephant is important since it's the only thing in the painting. But yes, perhaps you're right. Perhaps this will damage my fist. So what we'll do is, and I take out my gun and I bash it with the butt of the rifle or the shotgun, actually.
Do me just roll me a d20.
D20. Lavon.
11.
Mr. Lavon.
Yeah, you bonk into the glass, and the magical protection on these cases seems to be quite strong. The magic glyph warding this, it wards off your physical strike as well. You do not break through the glass.
Ah, wise guy, eh? I pull out my revolver and I put it directly on the lock wrist and just pull the trigger.
Okay. You automatically hit it because it's an inanimate object. Just see if you can do enough damage.
9. And it's magical if that helps.
And 9 damage. Yeah, your revolver rings out with a loud gunshot. Bang! You see your bullet like impact with the glass, and almost like hitting like a thick sheet of ice. The bullet just bounces off of the case, but it definitely leaves like a mark on the glass.
Seems
The
to
lady
have
will
left a chip.
like jump back a bit in shock from this like sudden loud bang. Oh my! What was that?
You're only going to get
this-
security on you now,
This is a
Jackie.
revolver. It's like a shrunken down blunderbuss. Do you have those?
Oh, the sound our firearms maker is quite different. I was not expecting it to ring so long in the ears. Is this normal?
Not well. I suppose if it hits something like a bulletproof glass or perhaps magic, I don't know. It's magic hitting magic. I'm not quite sure.
I see. And yeah, as you do this, one of the Onyx Knights that you've seen like patrolling around the mansion will like appear in the doorway, seemingly like scanning through the room, seeing what's going on. It like spots Lady Vivesna and she kind of like hand waves it. It nods, turns around and like walks back away, but it does not say a single word during this entire interaction.
AJ, do you think you could perhaps break it through this little crack that I made? Once you unmute yourself again, of course. There you
I
go.
did
Good
not
boy.
realise I was
I know, because I saw you moving.
What do you want me to break, sorry?
I made a little crack right here in the glass where I shot it. Could you perhaps use that to break through?
Okay, I'll try.
Using your magical key cleric monk abilities, whatever the hell you are. How many children do you think have burned in fires while you've been in here?
At least 2.
Do you feel guilty? I think you should feel guilty.
Nah. Their fault for setting fire. I'm trying to
More
think
than
of something
likely.
I could do to get in there, but
Get all up in there.
Fuck it.
Okay, so what are we doing, AJ?
I need to get in there, don't I?
If
Yeah,
you
I'll
want
be
Pull
a
out,
little
my
crack.
pull out my crowbar, not crossbow.
to. Okay.
A 20.
Since you're using your crowbar against a display case, which can normally be crowbarred open, I'll say you'll have advantage. Not that it's gonna do much extra, but just in case you get a critical hit, that will do some extra.
Okay. Crowbar. No. A 14.
A 14. Yeah, you crack it in there. You wrench the crowbar between like the wood and the little opening of the display case. You start like pushing down with all your might. You feel an immense amount of resistance from this display case, way more than you would have expected. You just try to force it down. It slowly but surely, the wood starts to like crack and splinter around your crowbar, and you are definitely wrenching it open, but you see this magic glyph like underneath the display case like ignite, and the magic is trying to like fight you back on this, but you realize with the progress you are making now that you can definitely crack this open. You're just gonna have to like do it for a little bit.
I will attempt to... I wonder what would happen, just out of curiosity, if I cast Mending on the glyph. Will that repair the place where it was carved into? So that's what Jackie's going to try.
The spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch. This is a broken chain link, 2 halves, a broken key, a torn lock, or a leaking wineskin. As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the forward damage. The spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to such an object. Okay. Interesting. I'll say that, like, I guess the carving in the wood for the glyph would technically be able to be repaired, but the magic of the glyph itself will, like, stop it from actually doing it. But with the weakening of the... with Jackie using his mending, somewhat weakening the glyph, this is enough. You feel like less resistance in the display case, in your crowbar as you push down, and it just suddenly like pops open with like a loud crack, like the wood like rips open, the lid flips completely open. There are 3 items in there, like you could see earlier.
That elephant. And as I grab it, I'm going to look at the painting and see if anything changes.
Okay. You look at the painting. At the barest glance, the painting appears to depict the same room you are standing in, but imagined in autumn colors in the light of sunset. The space reflected is overgrown with strange plants and bathed in a warm afternoon light which faintly spills out into the dimmer room. It seems so real that it almost seems to cast an orange light into the room itself. So that's where this light is coming from down here. That is the painting against the wall. As you grab the elephant, nothing really happens on the opposite in the painting itself.
Okay. What happens this side then?
You have the elephant in your hands, but
Okay.
didn't really change anything.
Okay. To me. I shall examine the elephant, see its relevance.
Sorry, you are examining the elephant
for its relevance. See what it's got to do with everything that's going on.
Yeah, you look over the elephant. It is completely made out of jade, which is a real-life material on Earth as well, so you somewhat know what jade is. It is very nice. Yeah.
I've seen
it doesn't at first glance, it doesn't have any magic coming from it. You don't detect anything strange, no like markings or anything. It is just a nice looking jade elephant. While you are investigating this, you can tell that Lady Vivesna is just kind of like very interestedly like watching the two of you, like just kind of like, oh, what are the adventurers doing? I'll just let them do their thing and see how this plays out. And she's just kind of like inquisitively like looking at the two of you as you do your business. But yeah, you see it is just a jade elephant. And the jade elephant is the only one you see in the painting.
Yeah, that's why I'm examining it in the first place.
Yeah, the other two statues that are not in the painting is a little golden knight and a stone king.
I guess. Hold this for me, please, AJ. And I try to pick up the other one.
I hold
See
it.
if anything funky happens.
Yeah, you grab the golden knight, you grab the stone king, you kind of like shuffle them around, you investigate them. Nothing really seems to be strange about them.
Nothing seems to be happening. I assumed that this would affect the painting in some regard, or perhaps it was important. Perhaps we need to match the light from these little purpley thingies to be the same color as the one in the painting. Are these changeable? Madam?
The colors in the painting?
These purple lights here. I was wondering, could they possibly be changed to match the colors in the painting?
I suppose so. They are magic lights lit by the master of the house. They keep this room illuminated for as long as it needs to be. I believe the spell allows you to change the color of the light.
Do you know anyone that could cast it, so we don't have to bother the master to change the lights?
Lord Kryn himself, of course. I myself am also a spellcaster, but I do not have that spell within my repertoire.
I see. It feels like it's important. Perhaps I'm missing something. We looked around the room. I don't believe any of these were particularly important. Perhaps the weapon? I'm going to have a pause over this, Chris. Cut back to the others and let them have a...
Before we come back, do me an investigation or wisdom, your choice. Investigation or perception?
I was going to say it's the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 10. Yeah. You look around for a while. Other than the statues missing in the painting, you can't really notice anything else. AJ, you doing... Since you've cracked open the case and Jackie's investigating it, you looking at any of the other cases, having a wander around, doing anything else? What are you up to?
I might go and sit in the other room and have a short rest.
A little short rest.
Yeah.
Anyone else hear him say shit?
Short rest.
I never said shit, but I said short.
I did hear a short.
I did. It's not part of the rules to have a shit rest.
Just sit on the toilet for hours with your phone.
Yeah. Okay. You make your way back to the lounge. The shadowy servants, they're always kind of around. I'm not going to keep moving their tokens, but they're always nearby when you need one. As soon as you sit down somewhere in the lounge, shadowy servant will immediately appear. May I be of assistance?
No, I'm alright.
A drink? A snack? A
I'll have a cup of
refreshment?
tea with a Jaffa cake, please.
Like, does a little bow and wanders off, and eventually he'll come back with some tea and a Jaffa cake. Meanwhile, Des, in the library, you have made your way up to a locked door. You do hear some, like, papers being moved about on the other side of the door. There is definitely somebody in there.
Can you open this door?
Do you just say that to Usk?
Yeah.
That is Vostolas, his office. I suppose he locked it for a reason. Perhaps you can knock?
Des will knock.
Yeah, you knock on the door, you hear a voice coming from the other side. Yes, who is there?
A guest wishing to inquire about the documents within.
A guest? We don't get many of those. And you hear the door unlock, it opens up, and you see this winged gentleman standing in the doorway.
Greetings.
Greetings. You see this guy? Welcome to the library. I am Vostolas, the main archivist. I am in charge of archiving all the books in the library that currently the imps are performing for me. You said you were a guest?
Correct. Well, stuck here by the shadow, I suppose.
Sorry, what about shadows?
The one that engulfs the manor, the darkness.
Ah,
what have
yes,
you.
of course. Well, how can I be of assistance?
Well, I'm sure you may have been asked this already. I figured I might as well ask just to be certain. You don't know anything about the supposed will that would stop the siblings' quarrel over ownership of the manor, do you?
The will of ownership of the estate. This is indeed a well thought of piece of paper. I do not know who currently is in possession of this. It is not in the library.
You are certain of this?
Me and my imps have archived every single book in this place. I am quite certain that the will is not here amongst it. And if it is hidden, it should be quite well hidden to not be spotted by my imps.
Do they ever open the books to check them, or simply archive them as ordered?
Oh. They do just archive them. There's no reason to check the inside of the books, but I think I get what you are saying, that perhaps the will could be hidden amongst one of the many books. That would take quite a while and a lot of effort to search through all of them.
A long shot, I understand, but I am simply trying to aid the Lord in settling this little dispute between him and his sister. I'm sure you understand.
Indeed, that would make things a lot easier in the estate.
I am unsure if it would contribute in any capacity, but before coming here, Desmond explained the whole situation about how they were in a dilapidated-looking version of the manor and how they ended up here after being chased by electro spirits.
Spirits? Not
Yes,
in this
but
realm, but in another.
Indeed. But interestingly, in what was the library in that version of the house, I discovered this.
Ah, I see. Somebody was doing research into planetary travel, using portals and the like. And you found
It was
this
one of the
not in this plane, but in another?
Indeed. From what I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Griss, it was like one of the only few books still intact or readable at that point, given the degradation that version of the manor had faced.
Indeed.
Which is why, out of simple curiosity, if you have a version of this book in your collection, I would like to check it to make sure it does not hold any secrets, if you catch my drift.
Let me check the register. Just give me a moment. While I check the documents, would you like to have a cup of tea?
If it would not be too much trouble.
He pours you a nice little cup of tea, some hot water with some blended tea in the cup. It smells of warm spices and kind of oily.
As long as it's not poisonous.
Okay. As you drink the tea, do me a constitution save.
So it is poisonous.
Well, not that you know.
Might just be too spicy for you.
Too spicy. A 6. That does not succeed.
Is it that it's too spicy? Or are you actually doing shit here, Griss?
You have disadvantage on any deception checks for the next half hour, for the next 30 minutes. As you take a nice sip from this tea, it causes a period of mild euphoria and grogginess.
Oh, I see.
It is not poison, but it just makes you feel a bit groggy and a bit euphoric.
Acquired taste, I'd say. Most different than anything else I've had, pardon me.
Yes, it is my own blend. I make it in-house. I call it the Vostelian tea blend. Would you like to have a bag to take with you?
If I would like that.
He hands you a little bit of Vostolian tea blend.
Yes.
The Cosby bag.
I put it in your inventory. It is in consumables. You have one of them.
Wow, I was so busy not seeing color, I didn't see the raping either.
And yeah,
the stream is banned. We'll see you next time.
He'll start looking through the archives to see if they have a copy of this book in the library as you are enjoying your nice tea. Meanwhile, we'll go up a floor to see what Cecil is up to. I will activate the scene because I think I made it so that everyone can look out of everyone's token, so you should be able to follow along. Oh yeah, you went to the secret room.
Yep. Good evening.
As the secret wall slides open, he immediately startled in his seat, leans back, looks towards the wall. Oh yes, the secret door. Who goes there?
It's just me, Cecil. You know, we met at the balcony when we stopped the dead bodies from dancing.
Oh, I see. Well, I would prefer if you just used the door, the normal door. I'm still quite getting used to the fact that there is a secret entrance to my through my private quarters.
I see. Sorry about that. It was just the lady with the snakes for her hair needed you to make a sculpture.
Make a sculpture?
Yeah.
Is that what she told you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, she did once say that would be a good specimen in all of our sculpture, which creeped me out, but...
Oh, yes, quite a way with words. This is true. I don't know. Why would I go and present myself to her to get a statue made out of me. I have no interest in these things.
Well, she did say it'd be a good gift for your mother. The lady of the manor.
For my mother, you say?
Yeah. I guess she wanted to sculpt something for us, so she thought, hey, what better thing to sculpt than her own son?
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. I'd like to use a lucky.
Okay.
Shit, but better than one.
A 9. So these, some of these NPCs have a approval rating thing in their notes that if you help or not help them, their approval goes up or down. And you helped him with taking care of the musical instruments, so you get a +3 on your check. So you rolled a 12. I don't know. For mother, you say? I'm sure we can find some servant or something to get a nice statue made out of. Does it really have to be me? I have to sit still for so long.
Do you not like that? You seem to be creeped out by the whole thing.
It's the whole like snake thing she's got going on. She kinda weirds me out.
To be fair, it doesn't seem like even your own family trusts her. She's not even allowed to leave the room without permission, right?
Yes, she is a worker. She gets paid, but she's not much better than a slave.
I'm not sure if that would be Arcana Griss, but she did mention she's not a human. Is there something I can roll to figure out what she is, maybe off of memory?
Since you have some backstory stuff relating to the different planes and stuff like that you are not fully aware of, you can roll me a history to see if that sparks anything, any information.
Another
Almost
12.
landed on a 20.
Almost.
At 12. Yeah, you know from real world knowledge, you are an educated person. She
I
definitely.
wouldn't say educated in the real world stuff.
But, like you are aware of stuff in the real world. You would definitely recognize her as the typical depiction of a Medusa, what like real world legends of Medusas are. What she specifically is in the context of this world, you don't know.
Do you know what she is? I know in my world, she is sort of a legend, a person who can turn other people into statues. I'm not sure in what world, in your world, what would she be like? Because she did mention she's not human.
Yes, I believe she is one of the what would be considered amongst scholars as one of the monstrous races of the world. You know, goblins, bugbears, orcs, not human things. What her actual, what they call themselves, I am not aware of, and they are rare. I don't know what her abilities are, but she makes nice statues.
I mean, if you want to refuse, you're free. But if you want, you could get some protection. I mean, she only needs you for just modeling, so she can stay far away from you. And, you know, me and my companions can be between her and you.
Okay. Do me another persuasion roll.
So hopefully this one goes better than the last.
A 14. Very well. I'll come with you. See what she has to say. I'll hear her out.
All right.
You know, that's
Going-
perception.
Oh, you rolled a perception, not a persuasion.
I
Wait.
think it's the same thing either.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Persuasion would
Excluded,
have
but
had Persuasion would have +3 on it extra.
Okay. So you rolled
Do you want
30,
me to roll
so you
that
would have
again?
had 16. No, it's fine. I'll just take the 16, which still succeeds.
Okay.
Oh, we're
Would you
taking
like
the
more
secret
people?
door.
Well, we might as well just start trying it out, man. It's gonna be there no matter what.
I mean, I guess it is an easy way of getting to the parlor.
I'm kind of stuck in the wall.
Oh. Are you
don't know.
familiar with the game of billiards?
Never tried it. I've seen it and never tried it though.
Would you like to give it a try once we are done with this statue business?
Sure, I could use a break from all this shenanigans happening in the dimension.
Okay, stand still. I'll gonna drag you over to the statue place.
Yeah. Is he comfortable just me, or does he want to call the others as in protection?
He's comfortable just following you around. He is like still holding his crossbow.
I'll just go in the front like I told him. Yeah, basically like that. All right, lady, I brought the...
She's like working away. She turns around. Ah, the handsome boy. And I've seen you've brought Vexillus with you. Welcome, my love. Welcome. I'm sure he told you what I wanted from you. Yes. You want a statue made for Mother? Yes, indeed. Now you will have to sit still for quite a while I make this statue, but it'll be worth it. And you, Cecil, was it? Thank you very much for your assistance.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just stay here just to escort him back when you're done.
Yes, but of course. While we do this, I'm going to need you, Vexillus, to stand perfectly still so I can make the perfect statue out of you.
again, the wording. Ugh.
To make sure that this all goes exactly how it should go, I will need you to partake a little bit from this plant. It'll help you stay still.
Would that really be necessary?
Not necessary, but it'll help.
Sure, can you give it to me? I'll give it to him.
Okay. She hands you like a little leaf. It clearly looks like the alien plants from the greenhouse.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'll grab just quickly out of the pouch, just some rations. All right, here you go. And I shove the rations in his mouth instead of the plant.
He chows down on the rations. Oh, okay. And now what? What did you give me? It should.
It should help you stay still.
Yes, it should help you stay perfectly still. Now, please move to the side here before it kicks in. Okay.
Can you move him to here?
Sure.
I'll just need to stay in rage because she's really creeping me out now.
Yeah, she'll put a little wooden chair down that he can sit on. Just sit there, stay perfectly still, and she starts working away, looking back and forth. She's a bit suspicious that the effect of the plant hasn't kicked in yet. You sure you gave him the right substance?
Yeah, just took it right behind and shoved it in his mouth.
It should be a leaf that paralyzes the the person that ate it, so that they are not able to move anymore, so he would be able to stay perfectly still. But you are still moving around, Vexilius. Are you paralyzed? He like moves around. He's like, no, I don't think I am.
I mean, he looks like pretty still to me.
I suppose this'll do. I don't have time to go and get another leaf from the greenhouse. Okay. So this has a whole bunch of stuff, but she's gonna be working away at this for a while. I'll say while you are waiting here, she's working on the statue. While this is happening, Jackie is investigating the stuff in the gallery, but also when he finds the time in between, that's working away at the Steel Defender. And while that is happening, Des and Vostolas in the office are looking through the archives to see if they can find like a duplicate of the book. I'll say that all of this is gonna take quite some time, and AJ is just resting in the launch, so this can count as a short rest if you're just doing what you're doing. If you say we do this and then go to bed and return fresh in the morning to continue, it can count as a long rest as well. But she'll just keep working away until she has made a almost perfect copy of Vexillus, a bit annoyed that he's not perfectly still on his little chair, but he's still enough that she can still make it work. Helping Lirand, the sculptor, craft a perfect statue of Vexillus for Vivesna, for the lady of the house, counts as another milestone point, and after a certain amount of milestone points, you'll level up. So this is counting towards that. You did not kidnap Vexillus for her, but you convinced him to go. And you stayed with them, so she just made a normal statue up for him.
It's like she could have made a statue out of him.
You convinced, well, you know, it's a bit obvious with being like a Medusa, but you convinced Vexillus to come to be a model for her, which it was a pretty difficult persuasion check. You barely made it with the bonus of him liking you for helping him out earlier. So after revealing the statue to Vivesna and seeing her positive reaction, she will tell the party in private, so in this case just you, Cecil, that it wouldn't have been possible without you. Oh, handsome, with your perfect jawline, it would not have been possible for me to make the statue without you. And she offers you a choice of items from her personal inventory, either a chisel or a hammer.
What's so special about those? And don't you need them to work?
The chisel is a simple melee weapon. Successful attacks against unattended inanimate objects are considered critical hits. A wickedly sharp chisel, once used by the master sculptor Lirand. Over the years, it became imbued with a measure of her focus and precision. This weapon functions as a dagger and has a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it in that capacity. Or the hammer. Lirand's Vicious Hammer is a simple melee weapon, and it seems to just be a hammer that you bonk with.
Yeah, I'll take the chisel then.
Okay, so the hammer is a magic weapon. It's a light hammer. You hit with it like normal, but when you roll a 20 on your attack roll, so a critical hit, your critical hit deals an extra 7 damage of the weapon's type, but only on a 20.
So that one deals something on a 20, and the other one has a +1 to attack and damage.
Critical hits on inanimate objects.
Yeah, but also has like a +1 on...
Yeah, +1 bonus damage, and it counts
I'll
as a
take the-
dagger.
I'll take the chisel then.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she'll chisel away, make a perfect copy of the statue, eventually call over Vivesna, who is just a room above. She'll wander in, look very impressed by the statue, which will make Lirant very happy, and then she hands you the chisel as a reward. So everybody is kind of busy doing their own thing. That is going to take quite some time. So, do you want to take the short rest, or do what you're doing, go to bed, sleep for the night, and resume from the next day from what you were doing?
When we get out of here, me and him, I'll just tell him, okay, she's a creep. Don't go in there ever again.
Told you she was strange. Do not like posing for her statues.
She tried to paralyze you. I'm pretty sure she was about to do something else than making a statue.
Huh.
Yeah.
So
don't
you
trust her.
said
Don't even.
you said you had legend stories about her kind in your world. That is interesting.
Well, I don't think she even existed in our world. It's like a folklore of people like her being able to turn people into statues.
All stories must come from somewhere. Perhaps our worlds were connected in the past.
And perhaps, we are certainly getting more magical than before.
Well, if that is all, I will retire back to my room for the night. It is getting quite late.
Yes, of course. And just in case, do not ever in any circumstances go in that room ever again.
Yes, that's quite alright. I don't intend to. I was reluctant to come here in the first place.
Well, at least nothing happened this time and your mother is happy.
Indeed. That is what matters.
I guess for my character, that means I'll take the long rest.
Okay. And that means your approval with Lirant, Vivesna, and Vexillus, all three of them, went up. +5 with Lirant, +2 with Vivesna, and +2 with Vexillus.
So now he's also a +5.
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
And he will go back to his room.
He's gotta take the secret door.
Yes. I'm so used to people taking the secret door now that I'm not even too sure how to get to his room following the normal stairs. I'm like, I'll just go through the secret door as well.
That's kind of why we were taking it to begin with, Chris.
Yeah. Okay, with that whole section done, AJ, do you have any plans of doing anything other than just resting in the lounge and maybe retiring to your guest room? You've all been given a guest room in the manor.
Yeah, we tie into the guest room. That's it.
Okay, cool. Next in the list is Des. You spent some time in the office looking through the archives. He looks through a list of all the books. But eventually he'll look over to you. Your little drug trip from the tea is starting to wear out. He'll look over to you and say, I've looked over the archives. I've checked, double-checked, triple-checked. I cannot find any records of holding a book on the planar bindings and portals. I do not believe we were in the possession of such a tome.
Curious. You say the imps are constantly trying to organize this mess, right?
Yes, well, they are capable at what they do, but not the best. They make mistakes, so they have to redo their archiving a couple of times before they get it right. And one imp will sometimes undo the work of the other. I'm still trying to sort out the system, making it more effective, but for now, it gets the books on the shelves.
Well, I thank you graciously for your time, then.
Do you know how to read Infernal?
Pardon?
Do you know how to read the Infernal language?
No, just Abyssal.
Ah, I see. Very well, then. It's a tome that I could have used some assistance with, but if you are not fluent in it, it won't be of any help.
Well, if I can help you with anything else, let me know. You've been great help to me, even if I couldn't find the will. I'll have a look around, see if I can figure anything else out.
Huh. Yes, perhaps I could use some assistance.
Something bothering you?
I could use a helping hand with the whole imp situation and the like. Would you like to be hired as an assistant for the Grand Library, just for the evening, of course, not a permanent position?
To try and get the imps into a more organized state?
Help out with the imps, help out with the books, wherever you can be of assistance. Anything to make this machine run a bit smoother?
Certainly. And who knows? Perhaps by chance I will come across what I'm looking for while assisting. Worth a shot.
Yes, but of course. I will just have to have you sign your name here on this piece of paper. And he unrolls like a scroll, and it has like...
If this is a contract, I'm reading all the fine print, Griss.
It has a whole lot of stuff written on it in infernal text, like very like... like hellish looking text, a lot of like jagged symbols and the like.
He's about to sign his soul away.
Can you not read your contracts then?
I can read and understand infernal, but the spelling, the way the book is laid out is strange to me, even with the knowledge of the language.
I see. Would you mind explaining all the details of this then first?
The details, but of course. When you sign this piece of paper, you agree to assist me in all the tasks that I need assisting in. It is somewhat of a job contract, you could see it as. A 13 with insight. There's definitely more to it than he lets on.
And this will be in effect just for the evening while I assist you, correct?
And he kind of like rubs the back of his neck with his hand as he visibly looks away and then back at you. Yes, but of course.
Well, I appreciate your hospitality. I think I better go speak with the Lord again. It's been a while since I updated him on the situation. Though I wish you the best of luck getting those rascally imps in line. I hope you understand.
Yes, if there are any other guests in the manor that need any information, any assistance, I could provide many services. They'll just have to sign my contract.
I'll inform them.
Very well. Are you leaving back towards the library, or would you want to go out
Back
of the
towards the
other
library.
door?
I'll come out the door I came in, back to the library.
as you leave, Usk, that was with you, he didn't say anything during that whole exchange, but as soon as you're out of the room, he'll like look over to you and tell you, you are very wise to not sign his contract.
Des himself, out of curiosity, is going to take one last look at the imps, see if he can figure out their mismatched pattern, or if they're maybe deliberately doing something wrong.
Okay. Interesting.
Plus, now he gets the feeling that guy was lying to him, so he might have been lying about being in possession of that book for all he knows.
Yeah. Make me a perception or investigation, your choice. A 14. At the western edge of the room, a series of imps are begrudgingly trying to restore order to a load of books that have not been given adequate homes in the collection. It does not take much to deduce that imps who have in some way irritated the head librarian Vostolas are put to work trying to organize the cart as a punishment detail.
Des will offer to give them a quick hand if they would also be willing to help him look for the will while he's at it. How do the imps respond?
Yeah, you offer to like help them out. Books within this cart, while they have titled covers and spines of varying degrees of interesting topics, they, as you like grab them and start like helping the imps and putting the books away, you notice that all of these books have like empty pages on the inside.
So it's not even about organizing. He's just doing it to punish them, or perhaps even deliberately messing things up. Des thinks to himself.
Yes. Okay.
Not saying that out loud.
Yeah. After helping out the imps, how do you intend on spending your evening?
Looking through the library myself to see if there's anything I've missed. A book that could be a leather, for example, or any kind of detailed books, or a copy of the book I have in better condition that he does have and lied about it, possibly. You know, make sure I've covered all the angles.
Okay, yeah. Do me investigation. Ooh, a 19. You find a whole load of books, 20 amongst the thousands of books that are in here. Kind of stand out, have like titles, a little bit of text of them, but they all seem to be just books about anything and everything. Some encyclopedias, some like arcane practices of ancient times, like all kinds of stuff. You do find a cautious summoner's guide to the plains, a instructional guide on safe methods to communicate with and conjure creatures from other planes. Most of the advice is centered around ways to contain and control the subject, advice which would be unnecessary if one simply chose not to summon demons to begin with. And as you like take a good look at this book, you realize that this book seems to be enchanted, almost like a scroll with some sort of spell on it.
How so? Like protecting it, or?
The book can serve as a spell scroll, so you can activate a spell from the book, but you do not recognize the markings on it. You do not know which spell would come from this book if you use it. but for all intents and purposes, you have a spell of protection from evil. A spell scroll, rather.
Oh, great. Not like I already have that, Griss. Maybe Cecil will be able to make good use of it, though.
But, yeah, that is the main book you can find amongst all these other books that has something to do with, like, traveling the planes. It's not quite traveling the planes itself, but controlling creatures and summoning creatures from other planes that this book is about. But that's like the closest thing you can find to a book about traveling the planes. There is no hidden will or anything that you discover within these books as you ruffle through them. But you do, with your 19 in investigation, learn about a bookshelf that is oddly shaped. Where the other shelves are continuous, it looks almost as if someone cut a shelf at one point and inserted a new vertical section of shelving. It matches the color and style of the shelves around it, but it is sectioned vertically, where the other shelves are only sectioned horizontally. Most notably is the fact that it is almost exactly the width of a door.
Wow. Well, I'm definitely checking that out at some point, but if you want to pop over to the others, I get it, because it's been doing me for a bit now.
Yeah.
And I do have to head off right about now anyway, so it's a good point for me to leave off, if that's all right, Griss.
Yeah, just where I put you here, you discover a secret door. I've opened it, I've put your token there, just in case you want to head up there next time. It is a staircase up, you know, from the pretty much opposite side of the hallway that the staircase up there leads to the bedroom of the young lord. This one seems to go to the same floor, but opposite side of the estate.
I'll have to look into that next time then, and I will. I'll see you guys next time, though.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep.
That was Des. So AJ is heading to the guest room. Des is discovering secret doors and rummaging through books. Cecil is just roaming around the halls by himself with like a shadow servant that shows up every now and then. And Jackie, you've been like tinkering away at your little friend. Enough time has spent while everybody was doing their business that your Steel Defender is activated. I guess by the next time you've slept, he'll be fully functional, fully charged. And you've had some time to look over all the shelves while everybody was doing their business. The cases contain, one of them contains a crystal sword, another one an eight-legged freaks, a pair of very large preserved spiders, one blue, one brown, a bird, the pulsating lumber, a dark crystal, an arcane accretion set, a large selection of face-down collectible cards. Okay, that's what that means. I was like, what's an accretion set? A case of 3 cloth-covered boxes, a diamond and shield, rest in an ornate display, spider and mask, an intricate, detailed and articulated spider made of gold, and festooned with jewels sits beside a solid golden mask, metallic, geometric shapes, and some gemmed goblets. You can not inspect any of these that you want while you are looking in the gallery at all the cases, looking at the painting and stuff. At some point, Lady Vivesna will like wander off to the room down below, open the door where Lyrant, this Medusa creature, would be in the process of crafting a statue out of the young lord together with Cecil. So you definitely saw her head down there. If you went with her, that is up to you. If you just stayed where you are.
I'm going to use this opportunity to be a sassy little Susan and see if I can get some of this stuff out of the cases and have a nosy at them. Like, I'll have a nosy at the sword, the deck, that sort of thing. Just see what I can get open.
Okay, yeah, they all have the like marks. They're all marked with a magical ward, the cases. do me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Rolling a lot of 3s today.
10. And either another Arcana or History, your choice.
Why not?
16. Okay. With your Arcana of 10, the underside of each case is marked with a magical ward. What the ward does is not 100% clear to you. Definitely seems to be protecting the case, but there seems more to it than just that. Like, it seems to have another function, but with your 10 in Arcana, you are certain that it is not harmful.
It's some sort of illusion. I don't
With your 16, as you look through all the different display cases, you take a moment to have a little peek at the set of collectible cards. With your 16 in history, you are certain that you have seen people on very rare occasions use these cards in your bar, like in the real world. Like, you've seen people like play card games with these cards, even though they are not from your world.
Okay. And what did they do when I saw them playing it?
So in this world, they are a highly popular and very expensive cards that belong to a card game that powerful wizards used to battle for control of fantastic realms by drawing energy from the lands themselves. So it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card game.
Okay.
Or Magic the Gathering, I guess, since they're using land cards and stuff to be more accurate.
Yu-Gi-Oh does that too. Field cards, they're called.
Does Yu-Gi-Oh have like cards you tap? I don't remember.
That you what?
That you tap, I think that's what it's called. And like Magic the Gathering, you can like tap a land card to like activate stuff and shit like that.
I don't think so, but you can put down field bonuses and stuff.
Ah, I see. But yeah, I think since Magic the Gathering is from Wizards of the Coast as well, I think this is just like an Easter egg.
Probably. Yeah. More than likely. Okay. Okay. Well, I need to try to figure out a way to disable these runes, but I don't know the magic of this world. I do remember hearing one of the boys talk about a library, so I'm going to go wander and see if I can find this library.
Okay. Do you go back through the lounge, or do you go down to the room where Lady Vivesna headed downwards to?
I'll follow her. Probably safer that way. No, but I'll go that way and get jumped by a shadow or something.
Yeah, you go down to a little workshop. You see a Medusa-like lady working away on a statue that is like a almost perfect copy of the young lord of the manor, and Lady Vivesna seems very pleased with this. She's like, "Oh, mighty good work. You have created a fabulous statue. The young man that was here earlier, he did a fine job."
Young man.
Yes, Lyrant here told me that certain Cecil helped her out in convincing my son to pose for a statue. I never thought he would do any of this for his mother.
Where is your son right now? Jackie thinking about the Medusa from mythology.
And looking at the perfect statue.
Yes.
I believe your friend Cecil and my son, they just left the room a bit earlier. You just missed them.
Look around to see if I can see a statue of Cecil somewhere.
No statue of Cecil.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's a mighty fine statue. I was wondering, do you know where the library is?
Yes, just go past this room down to that door, and then head to your right in the hallway, and you should find yourself in the library.
Thank you. I'll head over there.
Yeah. Are you still hanging out in this hallway, Cecil?
Well, we're playing this as all the way back, so for him, I just left now.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I guess,
Yeah,
Jackie, just as you exit the room and you step into the hallway, you turn around and you see just at the end of Cecil and Vexillus, the young lord, their conversation, and the young lord leaving towards his chambers, leaving Cecil alone in the hallway.
What is going on, my little twink friend?
you stop calling me that.
Stop looking like a delicious snack.
Look, we just dealt with a total creep. I don't need another one right now.
What's up with the lady with the snakes for hair?
I don't know. She was creepy the whole time.
Was she? I barely spoke. She seemed to be focusing on some sort of statue. Quite frankly, I thought she turned her son into a stone.
I thought so too, but
Ah.
she tried to give him a plan to paralyze him.
Oh. Why?
Oh yeah, that
Your
reminds
guess
me.
is
You
good as
have
mine.
that plan now.
Yeah, I do. Your guess is as good as mine, but she was so creepy, I just didn't take the chance and just took the plan right of her.
So you have a drug currently on you that causes the victim to become paralyzed.
Correct.
I see. Want me to cover my drinks around you? Right, so what is the plan then? I was planning to check out the library and see if I can get something on these runes.
Runes? What runes?
The runes that are unlocking all the cases and such around here. And the runes that were in the shadow thing. We need a way to disable them. It's starting to get quite annoying running into them.
Well, the shadow, I mean, they are servants, right? Do you really want to make them go away?
I was referring to the runes, not the shadow.
Ah. Okay. The shadow, the big tree that you burned down. The ruins of the big tree burned down.
No. It's just the runes in general. There's a lot of runes around this place. Like the one that was behind the mirror.
Okay.
And there's ones on cabinets downstairs in display cases. Not even the lady of the house was able to open it with ease. It took both me and AJ.
Okay. Well, the library is down here.
Yes. The lady of the house told me that.
Okay.
You know stuff about magic, so come and help me.
Sure. Let's go
Good
then.
boy. Do you think she has a vast quantity of pornographic images in here?
Like, you don't need to be a creep all the time, Jackie.
Enjoying the human form does not make one a creep.
It does.
You are just a virgin prude. And I flick his forehead.
You coming?
Yeah, I'm in.
Are you?
I'm not on the map, by the way. I can't actually see Jackie. I haven't been pulled from the first top floor.
I see.
I've been staring at darkness this whole time.
I see. Activate. That should pull you over.
I saw you move. I thought it was you.
No, it's been him the entire time. That's why I haven't been doing nothing. Let's see. There we
Gus
go.
has been puppeting your token around like a
I've
corpse.
no item for it, but if you want to write it down somewhere, you have a vial of paralytic poison.
Just make a symbol.
Demons.
Yes, little impies just fluttering around in here. As you walk in, down by the end of the room, you see Des with Usk, the servant that reached out his hand through the portal to you, Jackie, that got you into this realm in the first place. They're both standing by a bookcase, and as you look over to them, the bookcase like slides over and reveals like a doorway, and Des steps into the doorway.
Ah, I see Des has scored.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to follow him or do you want to just take a look at the ruins?
Well, if you're in for watching a little bum on bum action, sure. Archer went into that sort of thing, but that's fine.
Nothing is fun ever with you.
It could be a lot of fun. You just don't let me.
Yeah. As you approach Usquill, like turn around. Ah, adventurers, welcome. Don't know why I said it in such a great day for fishing.
Hello, Ask. Are you and Des? Do you need some time alone? Have you hit it off?
Oh no, I don't think so. The Master Des here has found a doorway hidden amongst the library shelves. He's just about to head up to the stairs. We have been trying to help out the imps in the library, but they are rambunctious creatures.
Help them in what regard?
Sorting out the library.
Des seemed to be searching for something amongst the many library books. I am not too sure what. I did not get enough time to warn Des ahead of time, but we met up with the head librarian Vostolas. If you happen to meet him in the near future and he offers you to sign a contract for his services, I would be careful about what he asks you to sign.
Why?
His contracts come with a cost, depending on the service provided.
Do they have the imps are ones who signed the contract?
The imps are creatures that Vostolas has brought into this plane. They are bound to him. They serve him. He is their master.
They are his familiars. Okay.
I shall try to be careful. So, how did you stumble across this? Did you pull a book like some sort of Scooby-Doo? Well, you're not from my world. Thanks. Like some sort of secret passage?
To be fair, this whole shelf looks like a door.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yes, Des noticed that the shelves looked different. I've been a servant here for a long while. I've never really thought about looking for secret pathways, but since your group has been roaming around the estate, it seems like there are many in the estate.
I wonder if there's a mirror on this side.
A mirror?
Check this out. Yeah, like a mirror passageway. Like there is also the same amount of space on this side. So I shall check to see if there's a fucking staircase or something here.
Yeah.
I probably piss off the imps by just ripping books out and stuff.
Yeah, do me an investigate.
Sure.
Start moving about, pulling. Don't think there's actually any bookshelves on that wall going from the actual map.
Yeah, wasn't sure there's anything under the stairs or anything. One of those.
It just seems to be a blank wall. Yeah, with your 20, you feel along the wall. You look for all the typical tricks and hidey places for secret doors. No levers, no loose bricks, no candelabra to pull or anything. You are certain that there is no hidden door on that wall.
There does not seem to be an entrance on that side. Maybe there's one above, but not that I can find. Oh, well, okay. Oh, I guess we go again.
Yeah, I was about to say, should we follow this?
Yes!
I mean, I don't know what Des would say, but I assume he'll be like, yes, I'm up here.
Yes, I guess we should. He sounds all right. I can check out the runes later on. I can grab a book and read it in bed.
Read it. Okay. Usk will come along as well.
I mean, this just teleports you to the top of the... We could have just taken the stairs. What's the whole point of the secret passage?
Well, perhaps this altar thing, yeah.
Yeah, but you can still access it by going up the stairs.
Aidan?
I wouldn't touch
AJ?
this. That's a teleportation.
Hello.
Are you here? Okay. Not a massively important question, just out of curiosity. Which guest room would you stay in? The east one, the southeast one, the southwest one, or the northwest one, or the
one
northeast
that-
one where you dealt with all the spirits and you blew the
not
mirror
that
out.
one. Okay, I'll go on this one.
Okay, you
I
do
know
know
there's
that
a
this
secret
is
wall.
like there's a mirror here, and this is the other side of the hidden like pathway that you can see through the mirror.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Do you not know? I'm gonna grab. I'll be back.
He just likes people watching.
I know what
I'm
are
gonna
you
grab
doing?
some blankets from here
Okay.
Just cover up the wall.
and cover up the wall. Well, cover up the wall where the bed is.
What the hell? Sorry, my
Just
phone
one.
started speaking to me and I didn't do anything. What happened?
Just need to tell it to speak when spoken to.
Yeah, my phone went like, time. Time is a concept. Would you like to know what time it is in another region? I was like, huh?
Hey, what the fuck?
Okay, putting that away. Shit's haunted. So you grab some stuff from the room that you properly wrecked together with everybody else.
Yeah, and cover up the wall.
Okay, you block the mirror, the big mirror. Okay, cool. I mean, there are other rooms.
Well, I'm in here now.
Okay. Furnished in red and dark grey, this cozy room is nestled between two others, no doubt similar. A large mirror with a wide frame hangs above the headboard of the bed, making the room appear more spacious than it is. The window within the east wall overlooks a well-trimmed footpath outside and the gloom of the forest beyond the iron fence. And yes, you take a peek outside of the window, you kind of can like see in the distance, and you just see this like shadowy realm stretch seemingly forever. If it wasn't clear before, it is definitely clear now that you are no longer in the normal world. You are somewhere in a strange realm. Some say that stranger things might happen here in this upside down world.
Okay.
Artificer, I guess, copyrighted Griss.
But it is a nice and soft bed. The bedrooms are actually quite nice, but you are more used to the modern day comfort. So this is still very much an old timey like medieval style bed and stuff. But it'll do. As part of you, I assume you're gonna turn in for the night.
Yeah.
As part of your long rest, is there anything you are doing during the not sleeping part?
No, just sleeping. Well,
Okay.
I
You
guess
don't
I'm
have
gonna
anything
keep
else
an
to
eye
attune
out.
to or anything like that?
I don't think I have anything to attune to.
Your door has a little... all the guest rooms have a latch to lock it from the inside. Would you lock your door for the night?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Back to Jackie and Cecil. You made your way up the stairs through the hidden door, up on the balcony that surrounds the library at the top, where you find this circle, the sigil on top of the wooden floorboards. It is the library's second floor is a narrow balcony that runs the edge of the room and features a large area to the south, accessible either from the second floor or from a staircase built into the corner of the room. It offers a view down on the imps busy below. Perhaps more curious is the large arcane circle that hums in the nook of the southern bay window. So yeah, it hums. It is very noticeable. It is definitely an arcane circle.
You said this thing teleports us? Talk to you, Cecil.
Yeah, it will. Don't know how to activate it. Don't know where it's going to teleport us.
Well, there's always one way to find out.
Yeah, look, it could end up in the chaos plane or the Shadowfell or the Astral Sea.
wait, bang it up. What the fuck is the Chaos Plane?
Land of all chaos.
Yeah, because that fucking explains it.
It's a chaos. I'm not sure. I cannot even explain it myself.
I think you just make things up to sound cool.
Don't you do that as well?
Yes.
It's a great grey circle of intricately interlocked tiles. It sits here on a slightly raised platform, bathed in a faint red light. The seams of the tiles glint like conduits of crimson energy. Around the ring are 6 receptacles that could hold something but are all empty. The circle inside of the stone foundation still in one piece and been carefully maintained. The design is odd at first glance, but requires greater investigation to truly parse. Overall, the circle looks ready to use. It's just a question of how to do so.
No idea.
So what are these things here, Chris? These black orb things?
They are receptacles to hold things, but they are all empty.
What sort of receptacles? Like, are they bowl-shaped, or do they have like a little slot?
To be a investigation or arcana, your choice.
I'm not really. I'm just more looking at the shapes of investigation.
23.
I would want to do the Arcana,
Yeah, makes sense.
if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it. With your 23, you notice that the circle platform is in perfect conditions. The next information cracks me up because this is what it says in my little note here.
Okay.
When you succeed in investigation, the receptacles around the circle look like they would fit some sort of object into them, but it's not clear what those items are.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Thanks.
Yeah, that really helps.
23 on a result of 20 plus. This is for both of you, actually, because you both rolled over 20 for both checks. So I'll do the Arcana first, the normal Arcana first. At first glance, it looks like it is once used to transport people or objects, like a typical circle of teleportation. But on a closer look, it was seemingly heavily modified from standard teleportation circles. Somebody has, messed with this, modified it for unknown purposes. Both of you, with your result of 20 plus, where normally magic circles only serve as anchoring points for teleportation spells to targets. This one appears to serve both as a target for teleportation, but also can designate a specific target upon activation, which is not normal. Not only that, but it has code that allows it to serve as a teleportation source itself, which would allow it to send a user somewhere with only a command word.
How the hell did you get all that from that, Cecil?
Well, I mean, all the runes and symbols on the ground here explain.
How the hell do all these squares make a circle?
I mean, getting into the realm of mathematics here.
You can just wait a minute. How the fuck does this work?
Yeah, like I said, we need to put something in these, but I'm not sure what. And I don't even know where this will teleport us even.
Well, you just said it might not teleport us. It might teleport something to us, right?
It could do that.
Well,
But someone needs to put this exact circle as the destination of the teleportation. I don't think we can teleport someone from anywhere to here. Someone has to choose to come here.
well, the only thing I'm currently carrying on me is this. I put the jade little elephant into it.
What ugly thing is that?
It's a little jade elephant. You've
Looks
never
like
seen
a
an
goblin
elephant
or
before?
a pig.
It's called an elephant. You really need to broaden your horizons.
Says the guy who can't understand the ruins he's standing on.
Yes, it's almost as if magic is not a common thing in our world, and you're an anomaly, you little fucking freak. What the fuck is that thing?
We summoned the demon.
You hear footsteps on the woods
Grab my
as
gun.
you look over the balcony.
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa.
Summon a demon.
Vostolos the librarian is approaching. He'll just walk
guess I
up a
shoot him.
sec.
Nobody's stopping me, so I point my gun. I pull the
I
trigger.
mean, Des
Don't need to
knows
play
him, Des
gun or
has
anything.
talked with him, but I assume he would stop you, but he's not here. I can't really play for him.
Well, we could leave it off here.
Yeah.
I point my gun at him and just like I'm about to pull the trigger.
He
I'd love
approaches
for the
well.
Destructore to come back to go. Anyway, so he's got a gun to his forehead. It's like, wait,
The
whoa, whoa.
librarian is like, well, it looks like you found the teleportation. So, oh my god!
He doesn't. He mightn't even recognize what the fuck I'm doing. He's just like, what's that in your hand?
I mean, he might assume it's something like a flintlock pistol.
Maybe he might. I don't know what he knows and doesn't know. I mean, the lady of the house didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, they know what like flintlocks are, but like you're using like a revolver, right? It's like a proper modern looking, well, as modern as a revolver can look.
Yeah, like the sort of fucking cop would use, or you see in like fucking I don't know,
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
The samurai
Six shot.
edge. Is that a pistol in Resident Evil? I think it is.
Possibly. I was thinking more like a 44 Magnum.
Okay, yeah, we'll leave it off here then. We'll start with the what happens to the librarian? Does he get shot next time? And
Find out next time on
and
D&D.
probably long rest after that. Next Friday the 19th, I should be able to play, but after that, I am not gonna be able to play until in the new year, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean it's Boxing Day. Fuck that.
Yeah.
After all, we must celebrate the day where workers were given gifts from their bosses because they were forced to work the day after Christmas. That's why Boxing Day exists.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Just prepare yourself for the new year when we're all going to make haven't seen you in a year.
Okay, so that's us for today. The next time we'll do another session. Probably do some realm hopping, maybe, depending on what happens with the portal, I guess. Do some other shenanigans. And hopefully, at some point, end up back in Hawaii, because I assume that that's the end goal, to get back home
Wanna
at
go
this
home.
point.
Well, the end point is to figure out what's happening with this mansion that's causing trouble in the other mansion.
Yeah, but you have to get back at some point as well, I guess, to be able to report it. But yeah, the one more session next time, which I don't think you'll be able to do everything that is that can be investigated in the mansion in like one more session. So we will probably still be in this manner then at the start of the next year. But we'll play next Friday, and then we won't play for a good while. I think at least 4 weeks or something. I'm not gonna be able to play because it's the holidays
4
first,
weeks.
and then I'm away for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But I will check the calendar, make sure I've got it all sorted out. I don't remember on the top of my head when I am or am not available after New Year. I'll have to make sure. But that's worries for later. For now, we are done, and we'll play next Friday.
Can you believe it, chat? This is supposed to be a Halloween set.
Oh yeah, this was started for Halloween. Hundreds of hours of content. They weren't wrong. Okay,
It's
bye
pretty good
bye.
so far, though.
Bye.
Bye.